Hello everyone, this video is to review the Coleman Power Steel Swim Vista Series 2. As you can see, it's we've set it up between my wife and I. Set it up, and it took about about a day. Um, to completely. I take that back. It probably took about half a day. We started late. We did set everything up and then ended up adding the water, but it did take about, I want to say, close to 14 hours to fill. Um, so the hardest part, honestly, was leveling the ground. Obviously we had grass all throughout our yard, and the easiest way that I found was to rent a sod cutter. So we measured and went around and actually cut all the grass in the area that we were gonna set the pool. So just did a square. It was a little too difficult to maneuver the sod cutter to do a perfect circle. So I just did square. That cut back on a lot of time. We tried doing it by hand, and it was just not gonna happen. Too labor intensive and too time consuming. So the sod cutter, it cost me about $113 for 24 hours. So definitely worth the investment. We were lucky for us to have this area where the pool's at right now to have sand already. So we just try to level it as best as we can, and the leveling went okay. I'll let you see the water. I'm actually filling it right now with some more water. But if you guys can see, these vistas have little windows here where you can see underwater, inside or through the outside. But if you can see, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see over there where the level is at on the water. One of the windows, and you can see that level, and then right over here on this other side, so you see that it's a little bit lower. So it's not 100% level, but it works for us. It definitely got the job done. Not very noticeable. I noticed it obviously because we were the ones who installed it, so we noticed it. But to an untrained eye, you can't really notice. So the setup again was fairly simple. These posts, the frame is actually all steel. Very simple. Kind of nails that go into the actual frame, to hold it together. You just hammer them on, hammer them in, I should say, and they're very secure. After looking at other review videos, everyone suggested to put these blocks, which we did, and that just helps the actual post being stable. We went all around. I can't remember. I think it was 22 altogether that we did. This right here, this plastic, it doesn't come with the tarp. We just thought it was a good idea to get an actual some type of barrier to prevent weeds. As you can see on the edges, the weeds were starting to come back out. But yeah, it's always a good idea to put something. I treated it with Roundup, for the weeds, to prevent the weeds from growing, and then put the tarp over it. But it's like I said, very sturdy. You know, it's the setup is not bad at all. Um, and you know the prepping of the ground is, like I said, is what takes the most time, the most time consuming, and the most labor intensive. So, but you know, setup probably, I think it was, I want to say about 4 hours as far as putting it together. Um, you know, this is the pump right here. I'll be doing a different video, you know, to show you the pump, but it comes with a different pump. This is upgraded. We'll save that for another video. This is the hose, you know, hose setup, and this is the ladder it comes with. You know, there's reviews where it said the ladder wasn't very sturdy, but you know, I'm not a small guy, and you know, it carries my weight pretty well. So there's some pavers that I just put there just to so we can stand on, you know, while climbing into the pool. I don't have the ladder in the pool right now because I'm gonna throw in the vacuum, which I'll also have another video for that, you know, and you know, we put some, you know, some shade up on top. You know, it covers partially. So, but overall, very satisfied with the pool. You know, haven't had any issues with it. There were some reviews where these windows, some would say that it would leak. You know, haven't had any issues with that. I don't know if it will do that with time. Obviously, this is fairly new, but you know, we'll keep a close eye on it. You know, I heard the fix was sealing them with silicone. You know, water-resistant silicone. So, you know, if that's the case, we'll figure something out. But there it is. You know, it has a good finish to it. Blends in well with the landscape. You know, with our home, it doesn't stand out, you know, crazy with that blue. What I've seen other pools, you know, with that kind of tacky blue. And you know, this is what the pool looks like. Another actually important thing to remember is that when you're setting it up, the liner obviously is very heavy, and man, we had quite a bit of time trying to remove the wrinkles. You know, some videos that I had seen said like about a foot of water, let about a foot of water, and then kind of just smooth it out with your feet. Go in there, you know, barefoot, and smooth it out. We tried that. It's not that easy. It's not as easy as it looks. We did our best that we could, but if we were to do it all over again, we would probably go in there while it's still dry and just pull as much as you could. You know, pull to the edges. Pull as much as you can. That's, you know, take your time on it. The last thing you want to do is start filling it with water, and then, you know, then you're gonna have to dump that water all out again to try to get that wrinkles. The reason why it's important to get as much wrinkles out as possible is because you do need to vacuum this the bottom of the pool. You know, I don't know if you can tell very well, but you know, there's some leaves that settle down, you know, some sand, that since we have sand around here, around the base, you know, we get sand settled. So you're definitely gonna need a vacuum. And like I said, I'll show you in a different video how that vacuum works, and the vacuum that we have and that we use. It's definitely a must. So, but that's you know, that's pretty much it. That's what it looks like. You know, leave your comments, questions. I'll try to answer them the best that I can, if I know the answer to it. But you know, definitely a good investment. You know, my family definitely uses it almost on a daily basis. So So, alright guys, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, bye.